Welcome to the introduction of explorations in nonfiction writing for the 5th grade. This is your 3rd writing unit, and we're going to be looking deeper at the inform purpose. This is an introduction to the inform unit. We're going to go over some resources that you have available to you as you begin planning the unit. So this is a resource written by Linda Hoyt and Tony Steed, who are leaders in nonfiction writing. It is research-based. We're going to go over some different components. One of them is the teacher's guide, which outlines the guiding principles, and it also will give you some valuable tips as you begin teaching the unit. There's the lesson book that includes all of the mini lessons. There are 10 of them in this unit. And Heinemann came to present, they talked about how important modeling is, and also considering the purpose for what we're doing and the audience when the students are writing. Another component is the mentor text. You'll have these available as a packet or a booklet, and then there's also they will be available on the DVD. And that DVD is included at the back of the nonfiction writing lesson plannings. And here are those units. That has those valuable tips in it. This is the manual with the lesson plans in it, the mini lessons. And this is the booklet of the mentor text.
All right, now we're going to take you on an overview of the ARC and look at our TEKs. We're first going to take a look at our ongoing TEKs that are embedded in every unit. We click on that, and if you scroll down, you'll see your writing process TEKs, and those are 5.15a through E and 5.18c. We're going to go back to the ARC on Unit 3 and look at our focus TEKs. And if you scroll all the way down, you'll see that our focus TEKs for Unit 3 are students write expository and procedural or work-related texts to communicate ideas and information to specific audiences for specific purposes. And that is what Unit 3 is going to focus on. If you'll scroll up to the top part of the ARC page, you'll see a tab called Pilot Nonfiction Writing. You'll want to click on that, and you'll want to find 5th grade. And when you click on 5th grade, it will open up our overview of our planning guide. These are the 2 units here that we are going to be piloting this year. And if you look at the first unit is Unit 3, you've got your TEKs here. Those are the ones that we're focusing on. And then you'll notice that it's expository, and our actual unit's name is Inform. Okay, we're going to go to the unit overview. In preparation for this, you want to read pages 1 through 7 in your Explorations in Nonfiction spiral-bound book. And right here, we're going to open it up to the Inform tab. You'll see the first page is the big picture, and that's going to give you an overview of what the unit is about. Okay, and the next page, you'll see that you have 10 lessons, or 10 sessions is what they call it here. And those are the ones that we're going to be using in this unit. Okay, and that'll give you an overview. And then we've got our next page is talking about assessments, the pre-assessment and the post-assessment. Okay, and we're going to turn the next page. All right, on this page, you'll notice that it's focusing on standards, and this is the rubric that you're going to use. On the next page, we've got our ongoing monitoring sheets, and those are available on the DVD. You can print those out. Okay. The next 2 pages are helping you plan and facilitate the unit, what you need to do before the unit, during the unit, and after the unit. Now let's take a look at a guide to teaching nonfiction writing. We're going to open up, and the pages that you need to look over before you start the unit are pages 39 through 42, and it's talking about personalizing support, conferring, and small group instruction. All right, now we're going to go back and take a look at our Explorations in Nonfiction Writing spiral-bound book, and you go to the Inform tab. We're going to take a look at the actual sessions 1 through 10. We're just going to look at session 1 right now. The first session, identify the purpose and features of an explanation, and here's an example of what you'll see in each one of the sessions. You have a focused mini lesson, okay, using a mentor text, and that mentor text is in another book that you can get resources from. And then you're going to go into your modeling piece, And then you have writing and coaching, which is where you're going to do your conferring with your students. And then an important piece you're going to end with is the sharing and reflecting with your students. Now let's flip to the back of the book. This is where you will locate your CD, and this is where the mentor texts and other pieces and tools you will find. You can also pull the mentor text out of your book right here. And we're going to turn to the very first one. A breathtaking body system for this unit 3 is the one we're going to use. And remember that this you can use these with your students, or you can project it on the CD-ROM and it's in color as well. All right, now we're going to show you the assessment piece of it. You are going to be taking some formal pre-assessments, and if you open up your page right here, Assessing Students' Needs, you'll see the information described there on the formal pre-assessment, okay? All right, and now we're going to talk about the power rights. The power rights are on page 28, and there is an example of the first one for Unit 3. Now, taking a look at the teacher notes at the very bottom, you'll notice that you are welcome to use different mentor texts if that works better for your grade level and your campus. Now, we're going to take you back up to the Nonfiction Writing tab, and you'll notice on this tab here, you'll see a questions form. And that's where if you have questions about your unit, you click on that and you can submit it and they will answer your questions. Scrolling down, you'll see that is where your 5th grade lesson is right there. You're going to click on that tab and open it up and it will give you that planning sheet that we just showed you. And if you continue to scroll down, you'll come to the unit pilot at a glance, and that's for all of the grade levels K through 5. You can kind of see what's coming up next. And then the last tab down there is the data collection plan from Assessment Department. We're going to click and open that.
So this document shares that the information that we'll be collecting as part of the pilot. We will be collecting 3 samples of the pre-assessment of your students, one of an above average rating sample, one average rating sample, and one not yet average rating sample from your classroom. These can be anonymous. They do not have to have student names on them. And then if we scroll down a little bit further, here is the timeline that we have for 5th grade. Well, it actually has 4th and 5th grade on it, but you'll see that the end of the unit will be collecting those samples between the 7th and the 10th of November. And then we'll also be sending out an end of unit survey to you. And you want to make sure that you include notes for all those components that was shared in the planning guide, because that end of unit survey is going to ask you for feedback on what went well and what are some things that you might have had to change, or what were some challenges that you had using this resource. We hope that this was a valuable overview of the nonfiction writing unit, and that you find it valuable as you begin planning. Thank you.